It's your boy Urban MGTOW back again with another topic today. Today's topic that I want to kind of just hash out with you guys is going to be transgendered athletes. Good for women or good for men? Before we go ahead and dive into this topic today, would please ask if you could go ahead and hit that like button. And if you really feel like it, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification for the next video. Alright, I do have to apologize in advance. My keyboard sounds. I'm currently at work while I'm recording this, so I'm just kind of getting my thoughts out for everybody to hear and kind of get this conversation started. Well, in recent events we've seen in a lot of different leagues around the world, not really professional men's leagues, more of a women's professional leagues, noticed an uptake in transgendered athletes being able to compete in these women's athletic events. And for the most part, most of these transgendered athletes are not only beating these women, but excelling in these sports leagues. And just kind of looking at the history of a transgender person, male to female, that's going to be a biological male, meaning you were born as a male, as a man, and sometime within that lifespan, you decided that you no longer wanted to be male, you wanted to be a female, in which you have many different routes and options to choose from, being that surgery to go ahead and remove your male body parts and add female body parts, or mutilate your male body parts into attempting to have female body parts. Another route is simply just by professing that you are a transgendered male, meaning that nothing is needed for you to change your exterior lifestyle or anything of that nature. All you simply have to do is verbally say that you are transgendered, and we must take you at face value. Another way to go ahead and say that you are a transgendered individual is dressing like the opposite sex. This meaning you wear the clothing items, use the accessories, and also purport yourself, meaning attempt to sound as close as possible to the opposite sex. Now, looking at women's sports leagues throughout history, we can see that women's sports leagues have been subsidized by their male counterparts. You can look at revenue garnered from the NBA, not men's NBA, just the NBA, and look at their gross profits over its history, or even just the last 2 years if you would like. I know that's just a random number I threw out, I do apologize. But you can also take the same amount of time and look at the women's NBA, also known as the WNBA, and we can see that these leagues are not grossing any money. They are absolutely subsidized. Because of this fact, it is hard to see why these leagues are even around. I mean, for the most part, we can see that women want equality, meaning they want things that men have. So since men have their sports leagues, women also would like to have their sports leagues. Unfortunately, this is not equality, seeing as the women's sports leagues don't compete at the same level as their male counterparts. But even because of this fact, they still fight to be paid close to the same amount, which in my opinion is ridiculous. I don't think that you should be paid the same as somebody else of the opposite sex purely because of gender. I think that you should be paid upon merit, which means that if you've earned your paycheck, then you deserve it. If not, then you do not. Dealing with the transgenders athletes trying to compete in these sports leagues, we noticed that the majority of these individuals cannot compete to the professional levels of the male athletes, so they then in turn wish to go to the secondary leagues, also known as the women's leagues, and compete there. The only problem with this is, in my eyes anyways, is that it only hurts women, right? I mean, it's not a problem for me, I'm just kind of stating the fact, right? I'm actually all for it 100%. But yes, so the reason why I say that it hurts women obviously is because these men are biological males, and because they're biological males, their autonomy is absolutely different. Because we are humans, and humans are known to be sexually dimorphic species, men tend to, on average, be larger than women. Our bone structure is made up to be stronger, as well as our muscular physique. All of these things, when you roll them up into one, also adding the fact that men produce way more testosterone than women do on any given occasion. This allows men to compete at a greater physical level and have higher pain tolerances and abilities of endurance, speed, and stamina. Again, like I said, because these men can't compete at the highest levels with other men, they will sometimes take hormones or go through surgeries which allow them to lessen their production of testosterone, thus allowing them to compete in these women's leagues. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to manipulate bone structures and muscular physiques, so these transgendered women, male to female, they still have the benefits of being biological males while being able to compete against their weaker opponents, the biological women, right? So one example of this is going to be the fighter Fallon Fox, MMA fighter. Fallon Fox was presented to be male up until early, I want to say about 20s, meaning that he was a fully developed biological male with all of his testosterone and muscle structure as well as bone structure already matured.